This above all to thine own self be true. This line is spoken by Polonius as part of a longer piece of advice to his son, Laertes, who is leaving for France. On the surface, the counsel is about authenticity and integrity, urging one to remain true to one's values, beliefs, and character, and not to be swayed by external influences or social pressures. On a deeper level, it underscores the essence of personal integrity and the importance of self-awareness and self-acceptance. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Hamlet speaks this to Ophelia. The line highlights the unwavering nature of Hamlet's love. He draws comparisons to fundamental beliefs of their time, like the nature of stars or the sun's movement, and suggests that one can be more skeptical of those universally accepted truths than of his love for Ophelia. Essentially, the depths and sincerity of his feelings are beyond doubt. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Spoken by Brutus, this metaphor likens opportunities in life to the tides in the sea. Just as tides have their optimal peak or flood, there are moments in life that, if seized timely, can lead one to success or fortune. Conversely, if one misses this figurative tide or fails to act at the opportune moment, the chance might be lost forever. The line underscores the importance of timing and decisiveness in life. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. One of Shakespeare's most famous metaphors, spoken by Jacques, this line describes life as a play and humans as its actors. Everyone enters the world or the stage, plays various roles: child, student, lover, parent, and eventually exits. The monologue goes on to describe the 7 ages of man, from infancy to old age and death. This perspective underscores the transient nature of life, the inevitability of change, and the roles we're all bound to play in the grand drama of existence. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. This line challenges the common Elizabethan belief in astrology and the idea that the stars and planets dictate our fate. Instead, it asserts the power of personal agency and choice. Our destiny isn't predetermined by cosmic forces, but shaped by our own actions, decisions, and will. The quote is a call to personal responsibility and self-empowerment. "Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster, which doth mock the meat it feeds on." This warning is delivered by Ego to Othello. The saying cautions about the dangers of jealousy. Described as a green-eyed monster, jealousy is portrayed as a creature that not only consumes its victim, but also mocks or torments them. Essentially, the more one succumbs to jealousy, the more they are devoured by it, leading to their own emotional self-destruction. Ego's warning, though manipulative in its intent in the play, touches upon the universal truth about the corrosive nature of jealousy. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. This line is spoken by Caesar. The death cowards experience multiple times is the fear of death or danger, the anticipation of harm, and the emotional suffering they undergo because of this fear. On the other hand, the brave face death only when it physically comes. This maxim speaks to the crippling nature of fear and how it can cause one to experience the pain of a particular event many times over, while those who face challenges directly only experience the pain once. Good name in man and woman. Dear my lord, is the immediate jewel of their souls. This is said by Ego to Othello. Here, a good name refers to one's reputation or honor. The saying suggests that reputation is the most precious possession for an individual, as valuable as a jewel to the soul. A person's honor or character, once tarnished, can be difficult or impossible to restore, making it a possession to be guarded zealously. What's past is prologue. This line is spoken by Antonio. The term prologue refers to an introduction in a play, which sets the stage for the events to follow. In this context, the phrase implies that all events leading up to the present moment merely set the stage for what's to come. This perspective can be taken in a few ways: as a reflection on the inevitability of the future being shaped by the past, or as an empowering statement that the future can still be written regardless of the past. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Spoken by Touchstone, the court jester. This adage delves into the nature of wisdom and folly. Those who are ignorant or lack wisdom often overestimate their own knowledge or abilities, while truly wise individuals recognize the limits of their own understanding. This sentiment parallels the Dunning-Kruger effect in psychology, where those with low ability at a task overestimate their ability, while those with high ability underestimate theirs. The saying underscores the value of humility and self-awareness in the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. The golden age is before us, not behind us. Source: this phrase seems to be a modern adaptation or misquote. Shakespeare does mention golden age in a few places, but not in this exact context. Nonetheless, let's analyze this statement. Interpretation: the golden age typically refers to a period of great peace, prosperity, and happiness. The saying suggests that the best days are ahead of us, not in the past. It's an optimistic perspective, emphasizing hope for the future, and the idea that progress, improvement, and better times lie ahead. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. This is advice from the Countess to her son Bertram. It encompasses three key principles for a virtuous life. First, show kindness and love to everyone. Second, while it's good to be open-hearted, one should be discerning about whom to trust. Finally, aim to harm no one in actions or words. It's a guiding philosophy for a life of integrity and compassion. Vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. Macbeth utters this line while contemplating the consequences of murdering King Duncan. The phrase, vaulting ambition, refers to an overpowering desire for power or success. This ambition is so strong that, like someone jumping over an obstacle, it might overshoot its mark and lead to a downfall. Macbeth recognized that unchecked ambition can lead to disastrous outcomes, a theme that plays out tragically in the course of the play. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. This is spoken by Duke Senior, who, despite being banished from his kingdom, finds solace and wisdom in his newfound forest life. Adversity, likened to an unattractive toad, might seem negative on the surface, but it carries with it lessons and opportunities represented by the precious jewel. Challenges and hardships, though tough, can provide valuable insights, growth, and personal development. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core, aye, in my heart of heart. Hamlet speaks these words, emphasizing the value He places on self-control and reason over unbridled emotion. To be passion's slave is to be ruled by emotions rather than logic or reason. Hamlet admires and cherishes those who can master their emotions, indicating that such a quality is noble and worthy of the deepest respect. The repetition of heart's core and heart of heart underscores the profound admiration he has for such individuals.